We are rolling.
Good morning. Welcome back to the conversation. This is Pointing Out the Obvious. It's our daily news and politics webcast. I'm your host, Patrick Russell, along with my very opinionated producer, Veronica. We're here to quip and quiver through today's headlines, searching for the real, no matter how deep into the swamp we need to go. Veronica, tell me, are you excited that we're just one step closer to seeing Donald Trump's tax returns?
Oh, I am very excited. I want to see how much money he makes.
Oh, my dear, you got it all wrong. The exciting part on the tax returns is finding out how much money he didn't make, at least according to him. So the DOJ, in breaking news on the internet, has just released a memo stating that they believe Donald Trump's tax return should be released to Congress, which then will mean, of course, filtered out to the rest of us. Now, what's going to happen here is that if he did it right, and he spent a fortune in tax attorneys, so I'm sure he probably constructed a really complex matrix that really would actually result in one thing: a clean tax return. There really shouldn't be a lot of line items on his individual 1040. What? Because he's got trusts, he's got LLCs, he's got S corporations, what in the tax world, the parlance, flow through entities or pass through entities, which allow most of the actual activity, transactions, purchases, and money to be made on a separate tax return reporting on the LLC or the S Corp or the trusts side of things. But there will be a lot of negative numbers on that tax returns. And let me tell you, negative numbers are like breadcrumbs to an investigator. You just follow the breadcrumbs and it'll take you to a little rat hole. And you will find out exactly what has been going on as far as what got you there. Because when it comes down to negative numbers reported on your tax return, it's not complex, right? Especially for a tax pro like Donald J. Trump. It really is just a couple worksheets, a few bank statements you need to review, and a few case file notes just to make sure that you connected the dots right with that tax return. Shouldn't take more than a couple of hours at most, people. Whereas he's going to say, well, there's a lot going into it. You got this and you got that. Not really when it comes to the work papers you use to produce that negative number. And those work papers are going to say a lot. And so we might not see a lot initially on the 1040, but once again, it's like a big ball of yarn. And once you've got that loose line, that loose thread, and you keep pulling and keep pulling and keep pulling, you end up finding the entire story. Well, his tax returns is going to be a big spotlight at the, like I said, where the rat holes are, if you will. So from a younger generation's perspective, you know, put aside your tax professional credentials, Veronica. Are you excited in any way at this point to see Donald Trump's tax returns, or is it old news to you?
Well, I still want to see how much money he makes and then what type of, what type of tax return they file. Because
absolutely. I'm always interested in seeing big timers, big fishes, their tax returns. And you know what I always come away with? Remember Barack Obama was the last one we looked at together? Mm-hmm. Anticlimactic. Like I said, a lot of these individuals that get to a certain income status will now start integrating pass-through entities in order to really handle a lot of the burden of the transactional work.
Even better, not profits, that it's through them, for them, but and then it's being created as an expense. That doesn't even
touch their tax return at all.
Yeah, good so I have to put my knowledge into his taxes and see exactly what he did, or what they did for him, but because it wasn't him, it was the other people.
What's going to be fun is that there's going to be a lot of editorials that are going to be coming out from tax attorneys and tax professionals, professors that are going to really be able to read between the lines. And that's also a really fun a resource for us, because it really does help us to really put together what we're seeing on the tax return with what transaction must have transpired in order to get us to that end result. So I, for one, as a tax wonk, I'm very excited. It's like a big Hollywood blockbuster that's about to come out, and the teaser just got released today.
You know what's gonna happen? They find Donald Trump is the type of guy that find a lot of loopholes.
Oh my
so
gosh,
on the tax return, believe it or not, even if we find something that it's not right, it's a loophole. And if it's not there, they will make it happen, and they will make it be there, right, on the tax book.
question.
So that's a big one.
I am very interested to see, and we'll keep a running conversation on that. As they get released to the public, we'll break them down and really kind of examine and expose a lot of what Donald J. Trump has been doing these last several years on his tax returns. Guys, please be part of the conversation. Use the comment box below. Not only subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be doing this on a daily basis, but lend your voices to the conversation. It'll make this show a lot more fun. Veronica, as always, great job. Guys, no matter how your day goes, no matter what opportunities or challenges come your way, remember one thing. Give 'em hell. Take care, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.